Hey guys, so I switched the angle of my camera a little bit so maybe more in front of my bed. I feel like this angle is more homey and stuff, so I decided to go with it. Yeah. So as you probably have figured out from watching this channel for however long, is that I am really into like um more spiritual, non-religious-esque stuff and paranormal and, you know, just like paranormal stuff. To me, that interests me a lot just because I've always had more of a natural affinity towards paranormal shit. So, I thought it'd be really fun to just make some videos about my personal like ghost stories or paranormal stories. Maybe not always ghost stories, but like paranormal shit that's happened to me growing up. And I just got that idea. I'm just kind of going with it. I was sitting at McDonald's drinking a nice coffee. I'm like, this is a good idea. I want to talk about this. And I was trying to go through all my memories of all the stuff that has happened to me, and I've actually had quite a lot reflecting back on it. So this might be just a series of videos because I can't get them all in one, otherwise it'd be very, 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 very long. So I'm going to tell you about some of my ghost stories and paranormal stories, and I hope you like it. So what you're going to notice a lot of these stories is there's a lot of common themes in them. One being a lot take place back in my house at home, in particular the basement in my home, because our basement is creepy as shit. So yeah, let's begin. One of the earliest ones I can think of was when I was a little kid. I don't know how old, let's just say like 4 or 5. I was pretty young. And in my basement at the time, that's where we kind of kept all of our toys as kids. We had this giant room. Well, it's not giant, but as kids it seems giant. Room down there, and it was like the family room, and it was kind of like our big playroom. And that's where we kept like all of our toys and shit, and the dollhouse and all of our stuff. So we also had a stuffed animal bin down there with all of our stuffed animals. So I specifically remember going down, walking because I wanted a specific stuffed animal in our stuffed animal bin, and then I opened the bin up and I was like digging through it, trying to find whatever stuffed animal I wanted in particular that day. And I was like digging, 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 and I looked over towards my left, and there's this light down there on my left, and the lights are totally off. I was just going off the light that was coming in through the windows, which was enough. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, there's this huge zap from the light going from the ceiling all the way to the floor. It was just like this big blue zap, like lightning almost. And I just watched it. I'm like, and from behind me I heard a boo. I was so freaked out that I just like forgot whatever I was doing, and I just like zipped and ran upstairs because I was so freaked out by that. And to this day, I kid you not, I am still scared of that one light because I'm scared of that happening again. Even though it happened when I was like 4 years old, I am legitimately to this day still scared of that light. Like, it fucking freaks me out, man. Not even kidding. So yeah, that's one. I'm trying to go sort of in a sequential order of how old I was when these stories happened, but we're not going to keep to it because they're kind of coming as I remember them. So another one happened when I was about 13 or 14. Yeah, like one of those two. And we had this cat named BJ. Yes, yeah, his name. But his name was BJ, and he was a fat black cat with he was a tuxedo cat, so he had some white on his chin and his paws, but the rest of him was black. He was so cute, and his tummy was white. Yeah, he was so cute. And he was actually a really old cat. he lived to be about 18. So he was older than me. He was 18 when I was like 14. Um, so right now, if he was still alive, he'd be 24. Um, but he was 18 when he died, and he passed away one day. It was kind of weird because I had a dream the night before, kind of predicting his death. Um, and yeah, he had a stroke and he passed away, and we took him to the vet and they put him down. It was very sad. And I kid you not, like the next day, either the same day when my mom got home from taking him to the vet or the next day, my mom was walking to the couch and all of a sudden she tripped and fell onto the couch. You know, she wasn't hurt or anything, but she tripped and kind of landed on the couch. And I swore to this day that right as she tripped, I saw this black streak like a cat run past her. Like, it seriously looked like BJ. I swear I saw him for like a split like second or two running past my mom to trip my mom. And I immediately told my mom that, and she's like, I wouldn't doubt it, because BJ, he loved to trip people. He loved to get in people's way and trip them up, especially my mom for some reason. So it was totally something if he was a ghost, he would come back and do. And going along with that, like right after he passed away, we got some new cat toys for our other cat, Miss Kitty. And they were the toys that they made a noise, like one was a fish and one was like a bird, and they made noise if they moved. So it wasn't like a rattle noise, it was just, it had a recording, and if that toy was moved in any way, it would make that noise. So the fish, when it moved, would go bubble bubble, and the bird would go tweet tweet, whatever. And we had the toys where we could see them. They were set up on Miss Kitty's cat house thing, and Miss Kitty wasn't around. She was in the basement, and the cat house was upstairs, and I was just sitting and talking to my mom, and you know, the windows were closed, so we didn't have wind and stuff, and out of nowhere there was like no movement, but both of those toys just went off at once, and we're like, what? And again, I swore I saw BJ come in and like bat at them, so that was really weird. I swear I have a good ability to see ghost cats. Yeah, so that happened. I guess going along with my ghost cat, let's go along with the ghost cat theme stories. I had a cat named Miss Kitty, like I said, and we found her as a stray when I was about 7 or 8, and she ended up living with us, and she passed away about this time last year, actually. And you know, my mom, it was really weird because my mom waited a few days to tell me that she passed away because I was at college and stuff, because she didn't want to upset me in the middle of the week when I might have been, you know, busy doing homework and taking tests, so she kind of waited until the weekend. But I swear the night she passed away, I woke up in the middle of the night, and I can demonstrate this. My head's by the fan over there, and my feet are more over there. And I swear when I woke up in the middle of the night and I just saw her sitting by the edge of the bed, and then she moved, like laid on my legs for a few seconds, and then she was gone. So I swear she came and visited me when that happened. I'm really happy she did that, but yeah, that happened. And another story is a few months later, my sister, after she passed away, made her a little grave, a really cute grave behind our garage, and buried her there. And I came home from school, from college, and I was home for about a month, and you know, we were just looking at her grave and stuff, and then over in our garden, which was, you know, like 20 yards, not yards, but it was a fair distance away from her grave, but we had those solar lights in there. And those solar lights only light up at night and when it gets dark. And it was starting, dusk was coming, it was getting dark. And there's this one light that was flickering on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. And we're like, that's weird. And we're like, I wonder if it's Miss Kitty. And it turned, because it would start flickering on and off only when we were, talking to Miss Kitty, saying, hey, Miss Kitty, you're a great cat, we love you, we miss you. It would start flickering whenever we talked about her, and we're like, that's weird. What if it's Miss Kitty? And I remember, like, I'm just gonna test this, and I didn't really think it was Miss Kitty, but I'm like, Miss Kitty, if that light is you, turn it on and off 3 times in a row. So we waited, and then it turned on, turned off, turned on, turned off, turned on, and then turned off and stayed off. And me and my sister just look at each other like, oh my god, that really must have been Miss Kitty communicating with us. And it was a little freaky because, it's a ghost, but obviously Miss Kitty's a friendly ghost, so, it wasn't like scary or anything. So that happened, and that's pretty much it for my ghost cat stories. Other stories that happened were, like I said before, I swear to God, my basement is, like, so freaky. I swear there's a demon in there. When I was, like, the summer between me graduating high school and moving to college, I was down in the basement, and I was just, like, listening to music and rocking out to my music and, like, la 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 la, and that's just what I like to do, to chill and hang out and stuff down there. And I turned off my music, pulled out my headphones, because I was, I was, like, done. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go get dinner or whatever. And I stood there for a minute, and I, clear as day, heard someone call my name from right behind me. And it was a really dark, deep male voice, and I swear I very clearly heard him say, Jenny, from behind me, and I'm like, ooh, and it freaked me out. I turned my head to see if I could see anything back there, and I swear I saw, like, this black, figure, and then it was, like, gone in an instant, and I was so freaked out that I just ran. I bolted upstairs because I was terrified, and I shut the door down there, and I'm like, I am not going back to the basement, like, ever. And I did, but I was so freaked out. And later I just justified it to myself, like, that I was just hearing things, that, I must have just, heard something, hallucinated for a second. But I was talking to my sister about it, because my sister is into, like, paranormal stuff too. And I told her that story, and she looked at me and she's like, yeah, I don't think you're going crazy, because that happened to me too. Or she heard the same exact voice say her name very clearly too. And I'm like, oh fuck, that's scary. That's really scary. I'm like, do you kind of thing. Going along with that, we both started talking about our experiences with the basement, because, and came to the conclusion that it is fucking haunted. There's a demon down there, because we will go down there and we will very distinctly hear things. I was down there one time, I think, one of the most recent breaks, like either over winter break or Thanksgiving break, or maybe it was last summer break, I don't know. One of the breaks, one of the recent breaks I was home within this year. And I was kind of walking upstairs, and I very distinctly heard my dad's voice down there, and just, like, saying something he'd normally say, like, oh, hey, let's go rock climbing, or whatever. And that totally freaked me out, because, for reference, my parents are divorced. My dad is very much still alive, so it's not like it was his ghost or anything. He's still alive, but my parents are divorced, and my dad moved out when I was 12 years old. So he hasn't been in our house for 8 years, and I very clearly heard his voice down in my basement, just and being himself too, saying stuff he would say, and I'm like, "Oh, hi, Dad, are you down there?" And I was so freaked out. I'm like, I'm gonna go upstairs and pretend that never happened. I'll also be down there, and I will hear very distinctly me and my siblings playing together when we were little kids, which is freaky because that was years ago, and two of my siblings don't even live with us anymore. And I told my sister about that. She's like, yeah, I hear the same things. And she even says that, and I've had this too, where she'll be in the bathroom and she'll hear things coming from the vents in the floor that lead to our basement. And it'll always be a voice of someone we know in our family, and sometimes those voices will be our mom that lives with us, each other. Like, I'll hear something Karen said earlier that day, or she'll hear me talking about something I said earlier that day. So it's just really weird because obviously there's something down there and it's mimicking us, me and my sister and the rest of my family. So it is so freaky. I asked at the time where I was down there, and I heard my mom. It's like, "Oh, Jenny, dinner's ready. Come eat." And I'm like, "Mom's not home. She's at work." So that was so freaky. It's freaky. It's really probably the scariest thing. So I try to stay away from the basement as much as possible. And yeah, that happens. So me and my sister stay out of there, and we always close the door to the basement because, like, I swear you can hear, like, laughing going on down there. There's, like, laughing and, like, noises. So it's really freaky. And another story I have kind of about the basement is, so the stairs going down to our basement there's a doorway in the kitchen, and that leads to the stairs that go down to our basement. And when I was younger, and still to this day, I used to always play music on the radio. I'd play my CDs or whatever, just like rock out to music in the kitchen when no one was home, or when my mom went to bed or something. And I would be like, la 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 la, rock out to music. And I would always then see, especially when it's dark in the kitchen, a clear white orb by that stairwell, the doorway to the stairwell, just like floating there. And sometimes it would last a long time, and sometimes it would just go away. And I would repeatedly see that orb, and I still do see it sometimes. And I told my sister about that again, and she was like, oh, because she sometimes sleeps down in our basement. Like, yeah, we have that door in the kitchen that goes to the stairwell, and then right after you walk down the stairs, there's my brother's old room that didn't have a door to it, so it's just kind of an open space, but it had his waterbed down there. So my sister used to sleep on his waterbed a lot, and she told me that she has seen right in the same place I described seeing that orb. In the middle of the night, she'd see a man walking back and forth, just like that. If that makes any sense. And I looked online what white orbs mean, and I saw white orbs usually mean a protective spirit, or a friendlier spirit, someone that's either there trying to protect you, or they're just having a hard time transferring over to the other world. So we kind of came to the conclusion that was probably our grandfather that has passed away, because my sister said the figure looked very much like him. So yeah, like I said, I can go on with these stories a lot more, so I'm gonna leave it at those ones for now, and at a later time, maybe later today, or maybe not for a few weeks, I'll make more videos on my paranormal stories, and let me know if you like these videos. And obviously, feel free to leave a comment about your ghost stories, your paranormal stories, and make your own video. about your paranormal stories, because I fucking love watching other people's stories, because then it makes me feel like I'm not so crazy with all these things that have happened. So yeah, till next time, bye guys.